I have an application for a new cameraman. You gonna show us how it's done, Jeremiah Johnson? Really? My, look what we've gotten ourselves into this time. Hello everybody, it's Ethan with you again, and we're doing a gunsmithing video. What you have in front of you is an 1862 Smith & Wesson Model 1-2, essentially. It's the second series of the revolver, but I just kind of refer to it as a -2. And we got this for the channel. We're going to do some shooting with it. And we're noticing some small issues we were having with it, so we're working on it right now. And let me just kind of point out what a few of these issues were. Number one is we could not get the cylinder to lock in. Boy, doesn't that cylinder look big. I think it's tiny. Let me show you what our problem was. Here you have in front of you is the cylinder stop is out of the top of the revolver, and you can see right now that the cylinder is indexed on a chamber, but the cylinder wouldn't lock up. Well, we couldn't figure out what exactly the problem was, and let me show you right here. This is the cylinder stop. Now you can see that little spring on there, and you can see how flat it is. It's not supposed to be that flat. It's supposed to be slightly curved right about there. Don't mind my messy hands, but it's supposed to be slightly curved right there. Another thing was we couldn't figure out why it wouldn't go down. Well, I looked and looked all over the internet, and I finally found this picture right here. Now, I noticed that we do not have a spring in that recess. So I could have ordered one. They actually make reproduction springs. Or I've got an old juice harp here, and it's made out of spring steel, so it broke me off a piece. And I molded it into this little guy right here. Let me see if I can get it turned around there. Yeah. So I made this out of that juice harp spring, and yeah, it's pretty close to the actual dimensions of everything. I had to file down the sides because it was a little wide, but other than that, and just for show you how small that spring is, here's my dirty old thumb right there next to it. You have to excuse me, I've been cutting up some firewood, but yeah, it's teeny tiny, and I got it made. I'm going to drop it into the revolver and see if we can get the cylinder stop to work. Alright, so we got our makeshift spring in there. You can see it's sitting under that pin very nicely. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the cylinder stop in, and I'm going to see if it will indeed stop the cylinder. Alright, now we got our slight bend in our cylinder stop. So that was all pretty easy. Pretty much just held it with a pair of pliers and put a little thumb pressure to it. It's a very soft steel. You know, I was being very careful with it, and I think we got it just about where we want it to be. So let's put this thing together and see if it works. Alright, now let's see what we got. Alright, and I'll try to turn it. We are locked up. And I don't like to dry fire these, but we're going to have to do it to make sure that the hammer will fall all the way. Make sure our cylinder stop isn't too far down. Hammer falls all the way. Now, there is another problem. I said there was more than one with this pistol. The other one is going to be this right here. you can see that cylinder moving from side to side. That is definitely not good. What's causing that is this little nubbin right here. Now, once again, I wasn't quite sure how to fix this until I read in my little Smith & Wesson book that there's a screw in there. And so we're going to have to set this screw, and what happens is if you turn that screw clockwise, it threads that nubbin in, which makes it engage that little recess in there harder. So we're going to set this in penetrating oil to loosen that screw up, and then we're going to try to thread it through to make it a much tighter fit, but we are making progress. That lockup sure is nice. It fired. Okay, now I want to try.
Hi. Shooting like an old Colt.
Yeah, that's what Mark Twain said. Try it one more time. I did it. I like it.
Power. 22 short. Yeah, that's that real man stopper. Did he catch the bullet? It didn't come out. No, it went in right there.
It came out right. Yeah, it came out.
Came out at the bottom?
Yeah, it's
Must have somewhere.
still more
There
power.
it is.
760 to 38 to gone.
You got one more? Let me
Did it
have
catch
one. No, it didn't catch it. It's fine. No, there was the stopper.
I still think it did some damage at close range, but... Oh, wait a minute. Now we gotta do the part that I've been waiting for. Should we save the cases until we need to reload them with black powder?
You're right.
No, you can't reload them.
You shoot short, so it's only shoot short.